Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Quill Quickcurd, and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. Yeah, I'm addicted. Oh well, it was bound to happen. Let's check out our new character, the Necrobinder, a Spire-born lich who seeks revenge. Calls upon her trusty left hand, Osty, in combat. Bountiful Alacrity. At the start of your turn, summon one. I have no idea what that means. Let's find out. Our first look at the Necrobinder. We share the same goal. He killed all that I love. My power is yours. So what does this mean, summon one? Summon Osty with 1 HP. If already summoned, raises max HP by 1 for this combat. Okay. The first 3 card rewards you see are upgraded. The first treasure chest you open is empty. I don't think I like that. We've got 4 strikes, 4 defends. Bodyguard to summon 5. Okay. And Unleash. Osty deals 6 damage. Deals additional damage equal to Osty's current HP. Interesting. We can get 1 card and a random You know what? It worked out so well with the Regent. Let's get a rare card. Hang. What does that do? Deal 10 damage. Double the damage all hang cards deal to this enemy. Oh. Okay. So apparently hang is a thing. So I could potentially just build up a bunch of hanging cards? Alright, we're starting in the underdogs today. Music? Music, you good? Let's start here. Okay. So we've got Osty. Osty absorbs all unblocked attack damage. Okay. So I'll defend, and I will hang. Okay. Oh, okay, so he's gaining HP every turn. We're gonna go Bodyguard and Unleash. Okay. So Osty is basically... It's kind of like having plating that just keeps getting bigger. Interesting design. Very interesting design. I immediately like this. I immediately like this. It's a summoning build. Or more, maybe a companion build would be a better way to put it. Snap. Osty deals 7 damage. Add Retain to a card in your hand. Negative Pulse. Gain 5 block. Apply 7 Doom to all enemies. Doom. At the end of the turn, if it has at least as much Doom as HP, it dies. Okay. And then Retain. Deal 8 damage to all enemies. The big Achilles heel we ran into with the Regent was lack of block. So let's be smart and let's grab some blocking. Sunken Treasury. A path leads you into a partially submerged vault. There are 2 chests, but only 1 brittle key. First chest. Shaking it, you get jangly noises, bit of gold. The second chest, enormous, ornate, and clearly cursed. Lots of gold. I'm going for it. I'm getting the gold. You've never seen so much gold in one place. All of the merchant's wares can be bought. Maybe I can finally buy some shoes. Dangerous thugs can be played off. The feverishly greedy thoughts stay with you forever. I mean, I'm a lich. Why not get, you know, cursed? What's this thing? A sea punk. Interesting. Interesting. We'll just defend our way through it. Okay. Summon 5. Gain 5 block. Strike. Does Doom count down at the start of their turn? We're gonna keep an eye on it. If it just stays perpetually, that will be crazy good. I don't think the Doom value decreases. That's pretty damn good. And now they've got 7 more Doom. Defend, strike. I really like this. Hang deals 20 damage. Now all hangs deal 4 more times damage. Wow. Okay, this guy is a glass cannon companion build, and I love it. I may have just found my new, like, main thing to do. Define. Gain 6 block, apply 1 weak. Delay. Gain 11 block. Next turn, gain an energy. When upgraded, get 2 energy next turn. Grave Warden, gain 8 block, add a soul into your draw pile. Soul. Ooh, draw 2 cards and exhaust. Yeah, I'm taking that. Okay. I would love to get an upgrade and see how this guy can handle an elite. Alright. We're going to start with our negative pulse. Bodyguard. Grave Warden. Soul. Wow, that is not an especially impressive display. Okay. Bodyguard. Unleash. Strike. Osty's gonna take some damage, but that's okay because he's dead next turn. Cool. And so they die at the end of their Doom turn. Got it. Melancholy costs 3, gain 13 block. Reduce this card's cost by 1 energy whenever anyone dies. Ooh, that's interesting. Pull from below. Deal 5 damage for each ethereal card played this combat. Not really running any ethereals yet. Drain power. Deal 10 damage. Upgrade 2 random cards in your discard pile. Yes. Absolutely yes. Alright, let's get an upgrade. Hang seems extremely good. Jesus, negative pulse applies 11 Doom. Bodyguard plus, summon 7. Add a soul plus to your draw pile. 3 free card draws plus 10 block. This one deals 12 damage and upgrades 3 random cards in your discard pile. Holy crap. I'm going to take Grave Warden so we can enable more card draw. Okay. So this is our elite enemy. We need to get his HP below 70, so it will be stunned. I think this turn all we can really do is defend. We're going to take a little bit of damage, but it's just a tiny chunk. We're going to be okay. Let's go for a bodyguard. Hang. Drain power. Do I want to pop my energy potion now? No, let's wait until he's below half, where we're going to be at, like, a greater risk. You know, or just now, he's going to hit for 24. That's kind of insane. Negative pulse. Defend. Alright, we're gonna soul. Let's go for hang. And we'll apply some more doom. This is such a fun build. Okay, Grave Warden again. Summon. Defend. Just try to mitigate this. Okay. Let's go for the soul. Bodyguard. Defend. Unleash. We've nearly got him into phase 2, but we are also slowly building up that doom value. Negative pulse. Drain power. Okay. Hang is going to hit for 52 damage. So he's doomed and he's stunned, he dies. We got Sparkling Rouge. At the start of your third turn, gain 1 strength and 1 dexterity. Okay. Cards. We have a rare card, Eidolon. Exhaust your hand. If 9 cards were exhausted this way, gain 1 intangible. I am never going to use that. Invoke. Next turn, summon 2 and gain 2 energy. Debilitate. Deal 7 damage. Vulnerable and weak are twice as effective against the enemy for the next 3 turns. That could be insane. I think I like the Invoke, though. Yeah. Which way do I want to go? I kind of want to go up against another elite. I really like this character, and I want to see them do more things. Let's get that negative pulse plus. Okay. Let's hang. And defend and strike. We're going to be taking some damage, but that is the nature of fighting elites. Okay. Invoke. And let's defend and defend. Let's also drink our energy potion. Go for bodyguard. And another 6 damage on you. Okay. Yeah, 11 doom to all enemies is insane. Grave Warden. Defend. And strike. Okay. We survived this turn fine. This one dies. We can get some soul. Let's go for our damage here. Strike over here. And let's get 6 block. I've probably made some kind of misplay here already, but... Oh my god, I am just not drawing that negative pulse again. That is so annoying. Okay. Well, defend and invoke. Alright, next turn we end this. We negative pulse. We soul. To negative pulse. And to Grave Warden. And we hang just because we can. And we defend just because we can. And they all die at the end of this turn. I have so much money. Alright, Duplicator. This turn, your next card is played in extra time. That is so insanely good for the Doom. High 5, Asti deals 11 damage and applies 2 vulnerable to all enemies. Reeve, deal 9 damage, add a soul into your draw pile. Or Wisp, gain 1 energy and then exhaust. And if we upgrade it, it retains. Upgrading this deals 11 damage and add a soul. High 5 is pretty good, but I think I'm gonna take Reeve. Anchor. Start each combat with 10 block. That's super good. Is there anywhere I can access a shop? I think I want to hit all of these. Just see what I find. Oh. 2 punch constructs are duking it out, and you see some treasure in between them, should you try to nab it. Fight them for greater rewards. I'm going to fight them for greater rewards. Oh, this is going to resist. Oh. Yeah, I did not think this through. This is going to resist applying the Doom debuff. Do I have anything else that applies debuffs? I don't. I'm basically going to have to wait until after my first shuffle to be able to apply that. Okay, well, invoke, bodyguard, defend. Okay. We're going to hang. We're going to reave. We're going to strike. We're going to defend. I can kill this guy with Unleash. Okay. Osti survives. No, Osti dies and I take a damage. Okay. Grave Warden. Negative pulse. Defend. Defend. Alright, we finally got rid of his artifact. Let's go Soul. Let's go Soul. Let's not use that yet, because I don't have anything in my pile. Let's Reave. Let's Drain Power, because it upgrades those 2 cards. I think I'm going to survive this just fine. Yeah, we'll just wait. We'll just outlast his block on this turn. That's fine. Let's go Soul. Grave Warden. Invoke. Strike. There we go. We survived this turn just fine. We can reave, we can strike, we can kill. Alright, what greater rewards do we get? 15 gold, strength potion, Gorget. At the start of each combat, gain 4 plating. Okay. We start with a lot of block. So one thing I've never explained, and legitimately it's only because I realized it for myself the first time, like 2 runs ago. Gray name, common card. Blue name, uncommon card. Gold banner, rare card. Gold rare I'd already figured out, but I'd only recently noticed that it's common and uncommon for gray and blue. So Sikkim. Osti deals 5 damage. Whenever Osti hits this enemy this turn, summon 2. Call the Void. At the start of your turn, add 1 random card into your hand. It gains Ethereal. Holy shit. And another Revoke. I like the sound of Call of the Void. Let's do another fight. It's a Sewer Clam. Then we're going to hang and invoke. Yep. Having 4 plating is so damn good. Call of the Void. Perfect. Alright. Reave, strike, strike, strike. If I could get more copies of Hang, that would be amazing. Alright, you're going to attack me pretty hard this turn. But we're going to negative pulse. This is Defile. It's ethereal, so it'll just disappear if I don't use it. Bodyguard, summon 5. I still survive, so we'll just get a couple cards upgraded. Yep, we're good. End of days. Ethereal. Apply 29 doom to all enemies. Really? Okay. That's insane. Block potion. Blight strike. Apply deal 8 damage. Apply doom equal to the damage dealt. Bone shards. If Osti is alive, he deals 9 damage to all enemies, and you gain 9 block, and then Osti dies. What does that look like if it's upgraded? 12 damage and 12 block. Fear ethereal. Deal 7 damage. Apply 1 vulnerable. Okay. And blight strike. I kind of like blight strike. Uh, let's see what this is. Oh, thank God it's a merchant. Okay. That's so good. First, let's look at his cards. High five, we've seen that. Poke, Osty deals 6 damage. Reanimate, summon 20, and then exhaust. Wow. Pull aggro, summon 4, gain 7 block. Page Storm, whenever you draw an ethereal card, draw 1 card. I think it's creating the card. I don't think I don't know if Call of the Void would work with this. Bag of Preparation. At the start of each combat, draw 2 additional cards. Pendulum. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, draw a card. Kifuda. Upon pickup, enchant up to 3 cards with a droid. A droid gives 3 block to the card. Card removal service. Honestly, I think just removing a strike is good. Enchanting up to 3 things with... You know what? Let's upgrade multiple defense. That leaves me with 331. Bag of Preparation seems fine. Whenever you draw an ethereal card, draw a card. You're not drawing it. You're creating a card and then giving it ethereal. So I really don't think this is going to apply. None of those really seem necessary. I would rather have the block potion than a strength potion. Okay, so since I did a merchant... You know what? Let's keep going for the question marks. Oh, okay. It's a fight against a haunted ship. Okay, that's new. Well, let's go Call of the Void. We don't have to worry about it hurting me for now. We can hang. What are you going to put into my deck? 2 wounds, huh? Alright, and next you're going to apply some kind of a debuff. So we negative bolt. And we Blight Strike. You're at 19 Doom. And we invoke for next turn. You might just be dead at the end of your next turn, buddy. Okay, you're going to go for 19. Apply 21 Doom in 1 week to all enemies. Okay. Defend. And strike. And this battle's over. Holy crap. I love this deck. A fire potion. Let's get rid of that. Another invoke, a Death March. Deal 8 damage, deals 3 additional damage for each card drawn during your turn. Okay. Lethality Ethereal. The first attack each turn deals 50% additional damage, but this is ethereal. It would be a bit conditional, I think. Am I already running 1 evoke or 2? I think I'm honestly just going to skip that whole pool. And how about this question mark? Drowning Beacon. Crossing a dreamscape of rocks and still waters, you emerge to face a sinking lighthouse emitting anti-light. You can bottle up the eerily glowing water that has pooled here, or climb up the dilapidated structure to retrieve the lens. What's the lens do? Whenever you add a card that gains block to your deck, enchant it with Nimble 2. I don't think I can justify going down to a max HP of 60. So I will discard the potion and grab the glow water. Alright, so this boss can actually put out a crap load of damage with his rocket fist. Oh, no, this is different. This is the Lagavulin Matriarch. I thought it was like the guy who had giant claws on either side. Okay. So he's got a lot of plating. Blight Strike. Invoke. Okay. Call the Void is fun. Defend is fun. We are going to get some extra block with the plating. We'll go up high enough to block this attack. We're going to Reave. We're going to Strike. And we are going to Unleash. Cool. Alright, you're going to attack for 18 this turn. First, we're going to Negative Pulse. We're going to Grave Warden. And we are going to Drain Power. Excellent. Neurosurge. Ethereal, gain 3 energy, draw 2 cards. At the start of your turn, apply 3 doom to your... That's fine. That's absolutely nuts. Grave Warden. Reave. Soul. Soul. Negative Pulse. Drain Power. Soul. Blight Strike. Invoke. Yeah, we completely negate his attacks this turn. Oh my god, it generated a Call of the Void. We now generate 2 cards each turn. We are going to hang. And we are going to strike. And... you know what? We're going to exhaust these 3 cards and draw 10 new ones. Oh, yeah. Negative Pulse. And hang for 44 damage. Wow. This guy's got 50 Doom. He's going to deal 21 damage this turn. Let's apply Weak. Let's play Grave Warden. I don't have anything else to add block, but we will evoke for next turn. We do have enough between my block and Osty in order to take no damage this turn. Okay. Let's rattle. Okay. Let's soul. Negative Pulse. Grave Warden. Drain Power. Yeah, screw it. Do that. Alright, he dies at the end of this turn, and I take no damage. Rare card time. Transfigure. Add replay to a card in your hand. It costs an extra energy exhaust. Replay plays it an additional time. Okay. When it's upgraded, it does not exhaust itself. Do I have any cards that cost 0? No. Sentry mode. At the start of your turn, add 1 sweeping gaze to your hand. Ethereal Osty deals 10 damage to a random enemy. Or Undeath. Gain 7 block. Add a copy of this card to your discard pile. These are very interesting. I'm going to take that one. Alright, it's the Scarecrow Man. Now what's a skeleton doing inside these walls? My aim is simple. Vengeance for my family. I'll reach the top and make him pay. Wonderful! Start each combat with an additional 4 energy. Add 1 brightest flame to your deck. Yeah, no, we're going to start each combat with 4 more energy. That's nuts. I like going this way. There's a lot of options. So I have 7 energy right now. So negative pulse, Grave Warden, Hang, Reeve, Defend, Strike, Strike. What card are you gonna steal? You stole... You stole stuff I actually kind of want. It's very rude. Okay, actually just Reeve. Okay, losing Reeve wouldn't be the end of the world. He does have Flutter now, though, and that is a lot of damage. So we're going to get 2 plating at the end of the turn. Let's try Soul just to see what we get. Okay. Well, we definitely need the Defend. I think I need to pop my potion here. That protects us from taking any damage. Let's go with a Blight Strike and a Drain Power. Okay. So the cards we generated were Grave Blast and Soul. Well, I can invoke Bodyguard. I do survive this. We can deal some damage. Okay. So this is the turn he's going to try to run away. Hang is... a lot of damage. Yeah, we'll take 3 Doom on myself to gain an energy. Light Strike. Okay. There we go. He nearly ran off with my Reeve. Sleight of Flesh. Whenever you apply a debuff to an enemy, they take 9 damage. Ooh. That would apply to Doom. Debilitate, deal 7 damage, vulnerable and weak are twice as effective. And Defile... Let's take Sleight of Flesh. I hate these little bastards. I hate them so goddamn much. Light Strike, Hang. We've already got enough to completely survive the turn, but I've got the energy, so why not burn the defense? Okay. God damn. Let's just focus on trying to survive this turn. Eight, and then 6. I think, yeah, I block all of it. Okay. Let's Soul. God damn, the last card in my hand is the Negative Pulse. The one thing I actually, like, really, really need. Defend. Bodyguard. Sleight of Flesh will be fine. Okay. We survive again, but Osty takes some hits. But that is fine. Because we're going to apply Doom to everybody, and then that will trigger 9 damage from Sleight of Flesh. Perfect. Now, they all die next turn. All I have to do is survive. I don't believe I take any damage here. And then they all get sucked down into the void. Pull aggro plus, summon 5, gain 9 block, debilitate, or we can get a wisp. Vulnerable and weak being more effective. You know what? We'll take the wisp. Alright, what's next? Alright, these guys are very resistant to debuffs. Which kind of sucks because that is literally my entire strategy. Okay. We need to start getting rid of their debuffs. Uh-huh. Yep. This fight's gonna suck. This fight's really going to suck. Hold on. I could get Doom applied to them immediately. If I transfigure. Okay. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take some damage this turn. just to make sure we get some debuffs down. Call the Void. We are going to Blight Strike on you. And Wisp doesn't help me. Okay. Oh, no, I didn't take any damage. Osty had enough. Summon 3 X times. Okay. We're going to... You know what? Let's do it. There. We've got a lot of Doom on you guys. Okay, Soul. And Soul. Okay. Grave Warden. And Soul. That's a lot of Daze cards. That sucks. Reeve. And... Ah, damn. These guys are jerks. Undeath. I mean, Undeath is pretty good. We can Wisp. And we can just Dirge again. Basically just adding a whole bunch of extra stuff that they have to get through. That's fine. I am so dazed. Okay. Soul. Okay, Blight Strike. This one's going to die. Screw it. Dirge 2 more times. The more dazes we burn through, the easier this is going to be to deal with the second one. I have still taken no damage this battle, which is absolutely fantastic. Oh my god. Okay. Hang. Soul. Negative Pulse, which gets to play twice. Perfect. His Doom is up to 33. This is a slow fight, but I've played it very cautiously, and he has not been able to stop me. Bodyguard. Soul. Defend. Soul. Reeve. You cannot get through my defenses. You are going to be destroyed. And hang. Perfect. Alright, he dies next turn. That was an intense fight. That was a big puzzle to try and figure out. We got a Dexterity Potion. Whenever you play a soul, a random enemy loses 6 HP. I generate a crap load of souls. I generate so many souls. Okay, it's these guys. Great. Grave Warden, Call of the Void, Haunt, Negative Pulse, Hang, Drain Power, Defend. Those first turns I have are so ridiculously overpowered. Okay. Let's go for... I really don't have much to protect myself, unfortunately. We might as well use the Wisp. Let's put a Reeve in there. Sure, we'll play that, and we'll try to push out even more damage. So, I am unfortunately going to take a pretty decent hit this turn. Yeah, I'm down 10 HP from max. Okay. Soul. They have so much damage coming out at me. I can mitigate... I mean, no, I'm still gonna take a good chunk of damage this turn. Yeah, I'm down to 60. But we did eliminate one of them. Let's play Soul. I'm going to Transfigure Bodyguard just so I can have some block and some ability to absorb this attack. And Necromastery. Whenever Aussie loses HP, all enemies lose that much HP as well. Holy crap, that's crazy. There. Alright, that was a tough fight. No escape. Apply 10 Doom, plus an additional 5 Doom for every 10 Doom already on this enemy. Delay plus, gain 13 block, next gain 2 energy. Defy, Ethereal, apply, gain 6 block, apply 1 weak. We're taking no escape. I think I want to go up this route. Ooh. The Amalgamator. You hear the echoes of metal upon metal on the other side of a wall. As you press your head against the wall to listen in, the walls open up, revealing a hulking, six-armed figure toiling away. Its face is a swirling vortex of glowing sigils that shift about. One with an ascending spirit has found my workshop. Let's get combining! So I can lose 2 strikes but get 1 ultimate strike, or I can lose 2 defends but gain an ultimate defend. Let's get an ultimate defend. And we'll take the 2 that don't have anything special about them. Clang, clang. The Amalgamator strikes its bone anvil. Memories of combat, protecting, and defensive strategies sharpen with each blow. Your most ultimate technique returns to you. Okay, enemy. Alright. So, we're going to play that. We're going to have no escape. We're going to Reeve. We're going to Invoke. We're going to Strike. We're going to Strike. We're going to Bodyguard. I'm gonna kill you, you little jerk. Negative pulse, drain power, strike, unleash. This class is so much fun to play. Ooh, okay. So this is 7 block. This would enable me to play it twice. I don't get to apply any more Doom. But I do make it out of this without losing any HP or losing Austie. Okay. Ah, damn. These are such good cards. Alright, we're gonna go with a Haunt, a Grave Warden, and a Hang. Knowledge Demon is the one I'm going to be fighting eventually. We got our Haunts. So we Soul. And we Soul. Which lets us Grave Warden. And Hang now deals 22 damage. They are sitting at 21 Doom. Okay. Let's Putrefy to reduce the damage. Let's Bodyguard. And that is 18 between the 10 of us, and we are going to apply a No Escape. They are at 41 Doom. I take 0 damage this turn, and I can definitely get them low enough for Doom on my next turn. We Soul. And we Negative Pulse. And we Ultimate Defend. And we Drain Power. Be dragged into the void and consumed. Reap, Poke, and Borrowed Time. Honestly, I'm just not going to take a card there. Let's actually upgrade something. Okay. Hang plus could be really, really good. Blight Strike could be really good to upgrade. I think Haunt Plus is one of our best options here, though. Let's go up this path. Warpaint. Upon pickup, upgrade 2 random skills. Invoke and Bodyguard. That is so damn good. Those are both so damn good to upgrade. Alright, let's upgrade yet another card. Having Call of the Void every single opening turn where I'm sitting on 7 energy just gives me more and more options. Alright, this is the guy who likes to summon minions. So, Negative Pulse, Light Strike, No Escape. You're already at 34 Doom. Bodyguard, Drain Power, Blight Strike, and No Escape just got upgraded. That's absolutely crazy. Alright, you are going to attack for a fair bit this turn, and I do not have anything that is going to stop you. Damn. Alright, we're going to take a chunk of damage this turn. We're down to 56. Okay. Fetch. Ethereal. Osty deals 3 damage. If this is the first time this card has been played this turn, draw 1 card. Okay. That gives me a Wisp, which I will play. We will do the Grave Warden. We will invoke. We will hang. We will unleash. Still gonna take a chunk of damage this turn. Spirit of Ash. Whenever you play an ethereal card, gain 4 block. Okay. I think this turn I just need to survive. We can play Soul. Okay, we can just get rid of that immediately. We're still sitting on 5 energy. That is plenty. Alright, Obscura dies next turn. It was victory, but it came at a cost. Ooh. Right-hand man, Osty deals 4 damage. Whenever you play a card that costs 2 energy or more, recording this card. Okay. Fear plus, ethereal, deal 8 damage, apply 2 vulnerable. Or I can just grab Undeath. Undeath is a very strong card, just generating constant blocking options. Alright, and here we begin. Cool. Toxics. Ooh. Okay, that is a problem. Take 5 damage if it's in my hand at the end of the turn. I do not have any other way of generating... Damn it, I should have played Slay the Flesh first. That really sucks. I'm gonna take the Slay the Flesh. I don't... No, I do take damage this turn. Damn it, I'm down to 37. This sucks. Damn it. Okay, we're going to transfigure the Wisp. God damn it, doubling 0 makes it cost 1. I don't like that. I think I need some dexterity. And I need to get rid of those. Yeah, I took 2 more damage. Let's go with Haunt. Let's go with Soul. Let's go with Soul. Damn it. Toxic. Defend. This fight is being really rough. These toxics are a real problem. Okay, Undeath, that's good. Play the 2 Toxics. Let's Blight Strike. Okay, So he's dead at the end of this turn. But I take even more damage. Okay. Grave Warden. Undeath. So he's gonna hit me for 17. So that would leave 6, so I can get rid of one of those and play No Escape. So I shouldn't take any more damage this turn. Or at least not lose any more life. Soul. We can Undeath, and Negative Pulse, and Ultimate Defend, and Reeve. This has been a rough act 2. You have No Escape. You have Melancholy, and you have Snap. We're gonna take another No Escape. Okay, honestly, I want to get to the Merchant. God, more of these guys. Okay. Call the Void. Hang. Light Strike. Transfigure Reeve. We're going to take a lot of damage this turn. Oh, no. We're taking no damage this turn. Perfect. Okay. Grave Warden. We No Escape on you. How much is coming out at me? 26 total. I really do want to mitigate that. This guy dies at least. So they are down 1. We can Wisp. We can Haunt. We can play a Soul. I can Undeath. I can Sleight of Hand. And then I can Doom. Perfect. And here is the Negative Pulse. And we're going to get rid of you, and we're going to get rid of you. And we're going to get rid of you. 14 gold, Strength Potion, Enfeebling Touch. Ethereal enemy loses 8 strength this turn. Flatten. Asti deals 12 damage. This card costs 0 if Asti has attacked this turn. And High Five. I'm not taking any of those. Merchant, what do you have for me? Whenever you gain gold, raise your max HP by 1. Start each combat with 3 thorns. Cards containing strike deal additional 3 damage. I mean, that does work with my Blight Strike and my regular strikes. None of these are especially good for me. Let's remove a card. Let's take out something. Honestly, this Transfigure is kind of useless to me. Unleash is probably the most useless card in my deck, though. And we are going to buy the Strike dummy. I could get another Wisp. Alright. Let's heal up and head to the boss. The Knowledge Demon. Okay, this guy loves to screw with you. Sleight of Flesh. Transfigure on Blight Strike. Oh, yeah. So it now costs 2, but it's going to apply 11 damage twice, and each time it does, the enemy is going to take 9 damage. And then we're going to strike, and we're going to have 2 extra strength. Make your choice. Disintegration at the end of your turn takes 6 damage, or draw 1 fewer card each turn. I'm going to take the 6 damage. Okay, we're going to hit you with Hang. I know that. We're going to Grave Blast you. To get back Hang. To deal 24 damage. Then we can Wisp and Drain Power. Blight Strike just got upgraded. That's massive. The problem is, I don't know if I can actually win this. We're going to Grave Warden. We are going to Negative Pulse. We are going to No Escape. The Knowledge Demon is now at 58 Doom. I'm down to 23 HP. We are going to Haunt. We are going to Soul. We are going to Wisp. We are going to Putrefy. We are going to No Escape, bringing him up to 93 Doom. I survived this turn, and next turn we're going to have 3 extra energy. Okay. Oh, no, he did more damage than I expected. I'm not entirely sure why. Undeath. I mean, why not go ahead and upgrade those? Invoke. Strike. Snap. Bodyguard. You cannot play more than 3 cards each turn. I will take it, though. Okay. I've got Haunt. I've got Undeath. I've got Grave Warden. Okay. No Escape. You're up to 148 Doom. So all I need now is to survive the turn. Alright, I lost 1 HP, but that's fine. We Soul. And I Hang for 52 damage. And I Negative Pulse. And the boss dies, and I will get full healed at the start of the next act. Explosive Ampule, 10 damage to all enemies. Reanimate, summon 20, and exhaust. Time's up. Deal damage equal to the enemy's doom and exhaust. Ooh. With retain. Shared fate. Yeah, we're going to take time's up. Alright. Act 3, Glory. What a mighty scythe. Yes, it's special made for vengeance. Does the hand need a weapon? Warhammer, whenever you kill an elite, upgrade 4 random cards. Cook, remove 2 cards from your deck and gain 9 max HP. Or Asai, at the start of your turn, gain 7 block. I am at the point where being able to thin the deck is just going to make it play more reliably. So I'm going to take the Meat Cleaver. So I want to get a path with as many fires as possible. So if I go this route, I can get 4 fires before the boss. Okay. Call the Void, Undeath. You know what? We'll transfigure Grave Warden to add 2 soul pluses to my deck. We'll play a Wisp just for the hell of it. We'll play an Explosive Ampule just for the hell of it. And we'll strike, and we'll defend. At the end of the act, my boss will be the Door Maker. Okay, the Door Maker. We're going to start with a Haunt. Bodyguard. So this one's going to do 15, and that will do 6, so a total of 21 damage coming at me. There's not much I can do about that. Haunt is active, so every time I play a soul, it's going to be doing 8. It's going to make an enemy lose 8 HP. I think I would rather have Doom and Drain Power. The Undeaths get upgraded. So I'm going to take 6 damage, I think. Go down, yep, to 67. Okay, yeah, we're taking the Neuro Surge. Sleight of Flesh is great. We're going to go for the Soul. No Escape. We're going to go for another Soul. Okay. I do still need enough block to not take any damage this turn, which is fine. We're going to do Blight Strike. So this guy dies next turn. We're going to hang on you. And boom. Not bad. Pull aggro, summon 5, gain 9 block. Haunt. Negative Pulse Plus. Yeah, we're going to take a Negative Pulse Plus. Okay. So what are you selling? Nothing that really I need, but we can afford your card removing service. And we're finally going to get rid of Transfigure. So we've got 3 fights and then a fire. So if we survive these 3 fights while maintaining most of our health, we should be, like, just fine. Call the Void, invoke, Negative Pulse, Blight Strike, Defend, Strike. And he's got 9 rituals, so he gains 9 strength at the end of each of his turns, which is absolutely insane. We're going to start with a Putrefy, a Haunt, a Bodyguard, Ultimate Defend, Defend. We don't need the Wisp, but I also don't need it again later. Wisps are some of the cards we're going to want to thin out of the deck. Okay. Undeath is just a really good card. Negative Pulse, really good card. Grave Warden, really good card. And Reeve, really good card. Alright, he's going to attack for 30, which is going to hurt really damn bad. We're going to take the Sleight of Flesh and the Grave Warden and the Wisp and the No Escape. So I will take some damage this turn, but it won't be catastrophic. Yep, I'm 10 below my max HP. That's completely livable. We're going to Soul. Okay. So, Time's Up is in there somewhere. Let's play a Soul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we get rid of this. We still have room for 2 more cards. Okay. Not what I was hoping to achieve, but we're going to Grave Warden. And we're going to Grave Warden. And we're going to gain another 10 block on top of that. I will take 8. We got that. I need my Time's Up. There it is. Okay. Time's Up. Ultimate Defend. God, I hate this guy. I took way more damage than I wanted to. Lethality. First attack each turn deals 75% additional damage. Wisp. Wisp with a Retain is pretty good. Yeah, I'll take a Wisp with Retain. Alright, 2 more fights. If I can get through them, I'm okay. Damn. Okay, well... we have to burn through their various stuff somehow. Cubex constructs are a pain in the ass. There is 32 damage that wants to come at me right now. 32 damage. That's insane. So the first priority is just to mitigate the damage that is going to happen. I have to get rid of the artifact defense. I have to do it. This might be the fight that kills me. Yep, okay. I'm only at 30 life. And there's another 22... another 32 damage coming at me this turn. Okay. Undeath. Haunt. Soul. Okay. Negative Pulse. Okay. No Escape. This guy dies next turn. And I Wisp. And I Hang. And I Wisp. And I Reave. Okay. So at least these two are dead at the end of the next turn. I'm going to take a big chunk of damage, though. Damn it. Oh my god, and just on his own he's hitting for 22. God damn this thing. Okay. Defend. God damn it. Misery, apply any debuffs on the enemy to all other enemies. That's great. Okay. That sucked. We got a speed potion. Reap, Poke, and Shroud. I'm gonna skip all of them. Alright, one more fight. If I survive one more fight, I get to the fire. Like, if I get to the fire, I'm basically just... I'm okay. Stock. When killed, a new axe bot is summoned in its place. Oh, come on. That is such a pain in the ass. Invoke. Hang. Drain power. Defend. Okay. 18 damage coming at me this turn. We can pull aggro. I can Wisp. I can attack and attack. Axebot dies at the end of his turn, but there's more of him that will show up. Which means that Doom stacking is not going to be as effective in this fight, which kind of sucks. Time's Up guarantees you die next turn. Okay. Alright. We can Soul. I can Haunt. I can Negative Pulse. There's 12 damage coming at me this turn. This would apply 18 Doom to him, which would be enough to make him die next turn. Okay. So we're fine. Austie soaked the rest. We're on the last axe bot in the back. No escape on you. Bodyguard. Let's try to completely clear one of them. Okay, Undeath. Reeve on you. Defile on you. Drain power on you. So they both die at the end of this turn. Only the front one is getting replaced. We've still avoided taking any actual life loss. So, Capture Pulse. Add 3 souls to your draw pile. Yep, that sounds pretty good. No escape. And you die at the end of this turn. Perfect. Okay, I made it through okay. Defy, Defile plus, Pull Aggro plus. We're going to skip all those. We're heading to the fire, and we are going to cook to remove 2 cards from my deck and gain 9 max HP. So, the Wisp and the other Wisp. We're going to get rid of them. Too often I have those, but nothing to play with them. Potion Belt. 2 potion slots. That really does not help. Okay. Do I have 2 more cards I'm willing to get rid of? Getting rid of 2 strikes could be beneficial. Okay. We're getting rid of 2 strikes. We're moving on to a fight. Max HP is now 91. There is a lot of damage coming out right now. I absolutely do not want to let these things hit me. Let's just Blight Strike this one in the back. Put that on you. Time's up on that one. So one of them dies at the end of this next turn. And they are all pretty relatively close to death. Okay, one's down. Apply 3 Doom to yourself, gain an energy. I will do that. We will defend, and defend, and invoke. And this guy dies at the end of the next turn. Yeah, I'm going to take some damage here, but it's not catastrophic. Okay, it's pretty bad. Undeath. What is this? Deal 53 damage. Okay. Why not? And no escape. Drain power. Negative pulse. Wisp plus rattle. Sure. Alright, that was rough, but I made it through. Cleanse plus, summon 5, exhaust 1 card from your draw pile. Defile plus, ethereal 17 damage. Defy plus, gain 7 block, apply 2 weak. Skip it. Alright, this time we actually need to rest. We're going into an elite. This could be really bad. This is the worst possible situation against multiple enemies, I think. Okay, Call the Void. Haunt. Negative Pulse. Invoke. Bodyguard. The Magi Knight is the one that I absolutely despise. Okay. Yeah, we are hexed. So all of these are ethereal. Anything we don't play this turn is just going to be exhausted and gone. Which sucks. Let's get +5 dexterity. Let's go with Sleight of Flesh, Grave Warden, Ultimate Defend, and a Wisp, and play that. Okay. Oh, while Spectral Knight is alive, all your cards are ethereal. He's the problem. Okay. Whenever attacks deal damage, they also apply that much doom. There's so much damage coming at me. I have to mitigate it. Undeath. Negative Pulse. Soul. Soul. Let's Blight Strike. And... God damn it. I have to defend against this. It's such a strong attack. Okay, we're good. We're good. Ultimate Defend. Hang. And Enfeebling Touch on you. Alright, so I take no damage this time. This guy dies, and then the hexing problem is done. I've lost a lot of cards, though. Okay, this guy is a problem. Negative Pulse. Negative Pulse. Do I even survive this? There's 50 damage coming at me. Yes, I do. But not by much. Yeah, I'm at 4 HP. God damn it. If only my relics had been a little better. I don't think I'm going to win this run. But honestly, that's not surprising. I haven't cleared Act 3 with any of my characters yet. 43 gold, explosive ampule, pocket watch. Whenever you play 3 or fewer cards during your turn, draw 3 additional cards at the start of your next turn. Okay. Grave Blast, Defy, or Eradicate. No, we're gonna skip all of those. let's see if something good happens here. This or that. Arms suddenly jut out from a nearby hole, clutching a suspicious bag of riches and a clearly cursed relic. This or that, a scratched-up voice whispers from below. If I take this, my run ends, but at least I'll get 41 gold. And if I take that, I get a clumsy but get a random relic. I will take the random relic. You grab the cursed relic. As soon as you grasp it, its shackles materialize on your wrist. You hear a ghostly laughter, and a bright bloom of fire fills your vision. The hole in the arbs are gone. Rainbow Ring. The first time you play an attack, skill, and power each turn, gain 1 strength and 1 dexterity. Holy freaking hell. That's really good. Alright, we're gonna rest. I do not have a lot of health going into the boss, and I've never beaten the Act 3 boss before. It's a door. Okay. Sleight of Flesh. Blight Strike. No escape. No escape. Defend. I think I just barely avoid taking any damage. Alright, 2 attacks at 15 damage each. That's a problem. Ultimate Defend. Haunt. Let's go Blight Strike. I'm going to assume that when you die, something much worse is going to appear. I'm at 14 life. Undeath. Grave Warden. Bodyguard. Reeve. Okay. Soul. Undeath. Negative pulse. Negative pulse. Hang. Alright, so here is our enemy, the Door Maker. What are you still doing here? I do not know how I make it past this enemy. But we have gotten several turns building up Austy's health. So we're not going to take any life damage this turn. 40, but then you're going to escape? What? Okay. Grave Warden. Blight Strike. No escape. What are you doing? I have 4 life left, and then the door comes back. Okay. Transform a card in your draw pile into a soul. Greed. There. We no longer have that dead card. Ultimate Defend. We can play a soul. I can play Undeath. And now that we can survive this attack, we can worry about applying more Doom. So is the way this going to work, is it just going to swap between this guy and the door maker over and over and over and over again? Is that the gimmick? Let's go for soul, I guess. Undeath. Grave Warden. You're going to try to deal 36 damage this turn. So if I heal... If I use this... Osti survives at 1 HP. And I take no life loss. Okay. So we undeath. We defend. We invoke. And we blight strike. We survive without taking any life loss. Okay. Seance. Transform another card into a soul. Let's turn one of the undeaths into a soul. Okay. We soul, and didn't draw a single one of them to defend me. Grave Warden. Spur. Bodyguard. Negative Pulse. Defend. This is going to deal a lot of damage, but I would rather play Reeve. Oh, damn it. I should have done the other one. He would have died this turn. Okay, he's going to deal 42 damage this turn. Jesus. Alright, let's soul. We have undeath. And we blight strike, and we drain power to upgrade. Alright. We're back on the door, but he maintains all of his buffs. So, we can negative pulse, and no escape, and then no escape again. He's up to 145 doom. Alright, here comes the real big attack. So, we undeath, we ultimate defend. We have now completely negated his advantage. So we're going to soul. We're going to invoke. And no escape. He's up to 225 doom. Okay, this is the turn where he's really gonna hurt. 15 block, 11 block, 11 block. We survive his attack. So we go with negative pulse. And we go with time's up. He dies at the end of his next turn. Does that happen before or after he escapes? It happens before he escapes. Okay. If we can beat the door phase one more time, we will win the fight. We're going to no escape. We're going to right-hand man. We're going to drain power. Okay. Undeath. Negative pulse. He's going to put out 42 damage this turn. That is now survivable, no escape. He's at 41 doom. Okay. 26 damage this turn. Much easier to survive. Deals 2 additional damage for each soul in your exhaust pile. That is fantastic news. Anyway, let's turn something else in my draw pile into a soul. Honestly, let's get rid of that bodyguard. At this point, the undeath are just a better option. Boom. Crapload of damage. I don't think I need 3 more undeaths. Okay. Let's go with Reeve and Soul. No escape. He dies next turn, so we just need to survive the hit, and we have won the fight. Because this guy does not survive this attack. And just for the hell of it, we'll upgrade a couple cards. He spends the turn stunned, and then... I have just beaten Act 3 for the first time using this guy. This is so good. Architect! You killed my parents. You killed my friend. You killed my life. And now I will kill you. Vengeance, is it? No, thank you. Victory? You dealt 1,240 damage to the Architect, but it wasn't enough. You have dealt a total of 1,240 damage to the Architect. The Architect still stands despite taking 18,237,128,569 damage from all who have faced him. That was my first Act 3 clear. I imagine, like, the first Slay the Spire, the final true battle that you can win has other conditions to unlock. We got so much stuff unlocked this run. This character is so damn fun. We have 5 epochs to reveal. Chapter 5, Ancients, Magnum Opus. The ancient trees are not all the same. Each individual tree is shaped by its surroundings. Some are stout and bushy, while others are gnarled and knotted. When fully mature, a manifestation of its immense power is born within, an ancient. And we've unlocked new relics, Book of 5 Rings. Every 5 cards you add to your deck heal 15 HP. Ice Cream energy is now conserved between turns. The Kusarigama, every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, deal 6 damage to a random enemy. Alright. Next. Chapter 1, the 12, the Necrobinder. Who is worthy to enter the exalted spire? The capital gathers the most brilliant, formidable, and courageous from all the lands. 12 explorers formed an expedition and advanced inside to make history. None made it back. We've unlocked Scourge, apply 13 Doom and draw a card. Oblivion, whenever you play a card this turn, apply 3 Doom to the enemy. And Countdown, at the start of your turn, apply 6 Doom to a random enemy. We didn't even have access to all the Doom tools, and we were able to build a successful, victorious Doom deck. Chapter 5, Booting Up the Defect. The Defect reboots. Surrounded by a wreckage of molten metal, ash, and thousands of dead bugs. Data log. Corrupt. Its core barely held together. Limbs barely responsive. The Defect scavenges broken panels and pieces from other constructs to patch itself together. we have unlocked our 5th character, the Defect. So there will be one more episode that I will do to unlock, or to do one run with the Defect. And then I will actually be done with Slay the Spire 2 until it gets its full release, like I keep saying and keep not doing. And Futility, the Necrobinder. Incident report. Date something. Accidentally entered a conflict between a boulder-throwing individual and flying automatons. Jack Defer Groot's fighter, crushed by boulder. Jose Paxo, fighter, fell in a hole. Big Ed, bard, shot by a construct. Garbo Dugby, healer, touched grass. Timmy Mondis, arcanist. Whereabouts unknown. We have unlocked the Bone Flute. Whenever Otzi attacks, gain 2 block. The Funerary Mask. At the start of each combat, add 3 souls into your draw pile. And the Book Repair Knife. Whenever a non-minion enemy dies to Doom, heal 3 HP. Those are really good relics. And Spireborn. We beat Act 3 with the Necrobinder. We were but meant to survey the preliminary floors, but it proved nothing like we expected. Such wondrous wildlife, curious artifacts, and even wandering traders. From whence have these marvels arrived? Our team seems intent on hoarding riches, but at least my enthusiasm is shared by Giovanni. We have fallen madly in love, and soon shall welcome a child into our lives. Alright, we unlocked potions. Potion of Doom, apply 33 Doom. Pot of Ghouls, add 2 souls into your hand. And Bone Brew, summon 15. Oh, cool. The Necrobinder transcends mortality. Ascensions are available when starting a run. Alright, so that is a lot of stuff that we just did. Ooh, there is a character after that. How dare they? Unlock all other characters to play as a random character. Oh, okay, that's just a random character. The Defect. That is the last character that I have access to at this point, as far as I know. I don't know, maybe the Watcher's in here somewhere, but God, what an amazing run. I freaking love the Necrobinder now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one, where we will take a look at how the Defect plays in Slay the Spire 2.